Hey, fifth graders, here with your guided notes section for the reading of how do scientists collect and interpret data. So the first thing we talked about is what data is. So data are information from which a conclusion can be drawn or a prediction can be made. Again, data are, sorry, I did move that a little bit. Data are information from which a conclusion can be drawn or a prediction can be made. So it's things that we look at. It could be numbers, could be pictures, could be just kind of any kind of information from which we can look at it and say, yep, this is what's happening. Okay. It's important that each type of data is collected consistently, meaning the same, and recorded in a useful way. So each type of data is collected consistently. So, ooh, these lines are kind of little, which means the same. And recorded in a useful way. Sorry about the lines. Didn't know they were so little. Now, it asks you to list one example of data you would collect if you were investigating Sticky. And let's say Sticky is a tree frog. So if you were going to investigate Sticky, list one example. What's something that you could collect about that tree frog? You could have a variety of different answers for this one. You could talk about how much he eats, how much he jumps, how much water does he need, how far does he move each day, right? So I'm going to pause this so that way I can jot these down, and so they'll jump on the page in just a second. All right, like I said, I just wanted to move that so I could write that somewhat legibly. So again, you can have some different answers for this, but it's going to be any kind of thing that you can collect information about him. So maybe it's how many hours a day that he sleeps. So it really just kind of depends on what you want to study. Now, the next section is about the discussion about precise versus accurate. Okay, precise versus accurate. Now, what I want you to do is to label which of these is precise, which one is accurate, which one is neither, and which one is both. So I want you to actually try it first. So I'm going to give a couple seconds pause so that way you can figure out which one is precise, which one is accurate, which one is neither, which one is both. Now, if you get stuck on this one is, there's some similar pictures in the textbook, so you can go just jump right to that page or right to that section of the reading where we talk about precise versus accurate. Now, precise means that all of the data points are close to each other. That's going to be this one here, right? Because it's hard to see on our camera right now, but they are all right there, right next to each other. And so this one, is precise. Precise. Now, this one, our dots are here, 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 here. So they're all pretty close to the center of the target. That means that that is accurate data. Accurate. Now this one, X's are not really close to each other, not really close to the center of the target. That means this one is neither. It is not precise, nor is it accurate. And the last one, all of our data points are close to the center of the target, and they're close to each other. This means it is both. Both. Now, last week we looked at and we saw a lot of different kinds of tools in science, and that's what this next section is all about. So it says that scientists use many different kinds of tools to collect data. Tools. Okay. Now, in your textbook, it shows a bunch of different ones. We also looked at about 8 or 9 last week, and it just asks you to list 3 types of tools that we use in science to collect and analyze our data. And so you can pick any 3 that you would like. Okay, I'm going to pick ones couple that we haven't talked about yet. A microscope. This is typically what a lot of people think of right away when they think of science tools. Right? A microscope helps us see things that we couldn't normally see. Another one that we sometimes forget about, because it's oftentimes used in math, calculator. Okay. Right? If we want to do a lot of math really quickly with our data, calculator is going to be a really helpful tool for us. And then lastly, a stopwatch. Maybe we want to see how long my dog sleeps for. We might use a stopwatch. Now, it says to draw a student using at least one safety technique, or you can just write about it. So again, this is kind of your choice here, whether you want to draw, whether you want to write. You could do a little bit of both, and I think that's what I'll do here. I'm going to try and draw a little person. So she's got her hair tied back. That's one thing, right? Hair tied back. She's going to have on, oh, kind of went into her smile, goggles. Okay. Should probably connect her legs. Oh, those are supposed to be gloves. This is why I also write in addition to draw, because I'm not very good at drawing. Goggles, gloves, hair tied back, right? Those are all types of ways that she can be safe. Now there's other ones that are listed in the text as well that you can make sure that you include. Now, on to kind of the last little part. It says that when scientists make observations, they collect data. Scientists make observations, they collect data. Now, this data can be organized in a variety of ways. It can be organized in tables, and charts, and in graphs. And that way we can look at it and really see in a more clear way what our data is telling us. Sorry, Mac is getting a little impatient here with my recording. We're almost done, buddy. Now, an inference. This is a conclusion based on observation. An inference is a conclusion based on observation. Now, right now, you might be making the observation if you can hear him in the background. Because an observation, right, we use our five senses. We can hear that Mac is whining. Okay. I can draw the conclusion that he's hungry. It's about dinner time here, so he's ready for some food. Okay. Now, this conclusion, this must be based on observations, must be based on facts and sound reasoning, not on opinion. Right. So those are your notes for today. Like I said, some of these might be different. Some of these ones might be a little different. Some of these ones up here might be a little bit different, and that's okay. As long as you're understanding the concepts and you're following along with our notes. So thank you. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.